Hey everyone, hope you had a good week. Quick update for the week ending Friday, July 18th. Quick look at the markets. S&P has been kind of grinding sideways, had a little push up the last few days, hit another all-time high today, 63.57. Actually, I think that hit pre-market. Yeah, that hit pre-market. High of the cash session in the futures was 63.53 and change. Close enough. New all-time high. Same with the NASDAQ, very similar. I believe that one hit pre-market as well. Yeah, just before the market opened. 23,320.75 is the new all-time high. Russell kind of choppy sideways. Dow choppy sideways for the week. Gold also sideways. Not a whole lot of range in anything this week. There's silver, notes and bonds, 10-year yield ended, had a bounce on Tuesday, little bounce on Monday, big bounce on Tuesday, and then it's trailed off the last few days, settling in at 4.43. Oil a little bit lower on the week. Natty gas a little bit higher on the week. The euro has been grinding sideways has been grinding a little bit lower for the last 3 weeks. Same thing this week, and bonds British pound a little bit lower for the week. And then Bitcoin had that big run up last week into Monday. Monday pushed to a new all-time high. The futures hit 123,615 and then just kind of chopped the rest of this week below that level. And the VIX ending at 16.41, a little bit lower for the week. So that's the markets. Let's take a look at my trades. Really nice week. Did almost 18,000 in closed profits. On my 0 and 1 DTE, price action iron Condor, 0 DTE price action iron Condors were a little bit tough this week, and I was being very selective. I only took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 3 of them got stopped out. So minus 2,800 on those. Had a couple winners on 1 DTE. One was a small winner for 225. One was plus 1,500, so 1,700 on those. And then I did some multi-tranche flies today on Friday for plus 2,500. So plus 1,465 on that category. BIX, my biggest winner of the week were my BIX. Big part of that was today. Did over 5,500 on my regular ones. Had a couple Tuesday, Wednesday, small losses. And then the DDBs overall, a little over 1,000. So plus 9,931 on my BIX for the week. No Woogas. Mahomes, small red. One winner, one loser. Unfortunately, the winner was half the number of contracts, but overall minus $300 for the week. Just a few calendars here. Monday and Friday, 3-4 puts, plus 285, and then a couple 6-7s today. One small winner, one loser. So plus 176 on the week for those. No transformers, no options selling. Day trades, another nice week, plus 7,370. Monday was good for 3,900. Tuesday, plus 213. Wednesday was good for 5,300. Thursday, minus 1,300. And Friday, minus 778. So something that I wanted to mention too, which I've talked about before, and experienced traders will understand this. New traders need to learn this, and that is, so I made a little over 7,300. So that's about almost $1,500 a day on average, right? But you'll hear people on social media or YouTube or whatever saying, make $1,500 a day. Well, it just doesn't really work like that, right? I mean, you can go back and watch my weekly videos every week. You have to capitalize on the days when the market is giving you the opportunities. Monday, there's opportunity. I took it. Tuesday, pretty much scratch day, right? Just couldn't get anything going. Wednesday, nice day. Had to take advantage. Thursday, a little bit red. Friday, a little bit red. Friday, just got paper cut. It took 4 trades, all 4 tiny losses. So that's how specifically day trading, and really kind of any kind of trading, that's how trading works. There's no I'm going to make $1,500 every day. It just doesn't work like that. You can average $1,500 a day, but you have to take advantage of the market on the days when it's giving you those opportunities. And that's why having a daily profit goal is such a terrible idea. So if you have a daily profit goal, get rid of it, right? Think about this. If I would have said, okay, my daily profit goal is $1,500, I made $4,000 that day. So I would have left money on the table. And then, that day was plus 200. This day, if I stopped trading after I made 1,500, I would have missed out on a $5,300 day. So if you want to average a specific amount a day, personally, I don't have any monetary financial goals when it comes to trading. I think that is a mistake. But if you do have a little bit higher, bigger perspective goals and say, okay, I'd like to average $1,500 a day. Okay. But the problem is you're shutting yourself down on days when the market is giving you that opportunity. And then on days when it's not giving you that opportunity, you keep trading, trying to hit your goal. Okay. It's just, goals work in a lot of different areas of your life, business, sports, all the different, career paths and things like that. But when it comes to trading, it just doesn't work the same way. So anyway, that's my take on that. So hopefully that helps you. If you have been trying to trade with a daily profit goal, I would highly encourage you to get rid of it. Anyway, so that's my day trading. Sorry, kind of went off on a little tangent there. And then I did 3 earnings trades. One in Goldman, one in TSM, one in Netflix. The TSM was a nice winner. The other 2 were losers, so pretty much a scratch, minus $55. So total was, to be exact, $17,987 on the week. Everybody have a good weekend. As far as news next week goes, as far as scheduled events, nothing Monday. Tuesday, Powell speaks an hour before the market opens. Richmond Manufacturing Index, which is shown as medium impact. That's 30 minutes after the market opens on Tuesday. Wednesday, existing home sales, 30 minutes after the market opens. Again, medium impact. The only high impact related scheduled events are Thursday, pre-market unemployment claims. And then 15 minutes after the market opens, flash manufacturing and services PMI, and then Friday, durable goods pre-market. We do have a lot of big earnings starting to come up. I think Google and Tesla are next week, if I'm not mistaken. And then we got another group of the big tech stocks the following week. So the next couple weeks are kind of the biggest earnings weeks. So look forward to that. And then, of course, we always have Trump Daddy tweets that we can hopefully capitalize on and not be detrimental to us. All right, all. That's it for this week. Have a good weekend. Talk to you soon.